prend la route de l'aventure. Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote pour celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclavos. Les jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Sonia Touko. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux, des vieux. Donc,
Hi. Good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons. Good day to the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. And good day to the beautiful people of British Southern Cameroons. Ladies and gentlemen, today I've come to ramble. This is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. What am I going to ramble about today? Let me think. Okay. Issa Tchiroma and the Frankenstein Monster, or the Frankenstein Monster and Issa Tchiroma. Ladies and gentlemen, do I feel sorry for Mr. Issa Tchiroma? No. Do I accept or agree that the government of La République du Cameroun should stop a citizen to leave the country? No, I don't accept that, because La République du Cameroun, as usual, they don't respect their laws. They don't respect their constitution. But I don't feel sorry for Issa Tchiroma. Why? Because they created that Frankenstein monster. I'm sure most of you know what's a Frankenstein monster. That's a creation that turns against the creator. It's as if you create something, you build something, then the thing turns against you. They created that system. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody is free, even Mr. Bia. They created a system. Whether you're a minister, you're part of that creature, that monster. Maybe about 2 months ago, nobody would have guessed, even the so-called prophets, that Issa Tchiroma would have turned against his own system, the Frankenstein monster that he created. I don't feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for the millions or hundreds or thousands of people that are suffering because of the system. People that they have killed because of the system. People that are in the hospital because of the system. People that cannot have justice because of the system created by Issa Tchiroma and co. How can you say that? Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a minister in the Cameroon, you're part of that creation, that Frankenstein monster. If you are an unelected governor, you're part of that creation, that Frankenstein monster. If you are an unelected SDO, unelected DO, you're the one creating that monster, and one day it will haunt you. If you are a non-functional senator, you're part of the creation of a Frankenstein monster. If you are a member of the National Assembly, you're part of it. Sometimes we call them members of parliament. They are not members of parliament. They are members of National Assembly. A parliamentarian represents constituency. A parliamentarian, MP as we call it here, member of parliament, they have offices in their constituency. People come to their office and talk about the problem, no electricity. They take it and go to parliament, they debate it. Those are members of parliament. But these are people who are called members of National Assembly. They sit there, they go to that house after, is it after twice a year or so? If there's no emergency, twice a year. So they don't have a job. Their job is to be eating taxpayers' money for free. These people they call members of National Assembly. Their job is to eat money for free. And I'll tell you something that most people don't know about this. No, I'll bring it separately in another party political broadcast because it's very interesting. So if you're a mayor, you're part of creating that system that kills people, that system that we cannot have justice, that system that they try civilian in a military tribunal. You are part of it. Bia is just a representative. We cannot hide under Bia. When you commit a crime, tomorrow they want to try you, will say, oh, it's Bia. You are a human being. You have morality to say no. It's about egocentricity, selfishness. If you're a counselor, you're part of creating the Frankenstein monster. If you're a military man, a gendarmerie, a police, a bee, all of you, you're creating a system that will destroy you all. Today, Minister Issa Tchiroma wants to leave the Cameroon. They say you cannot go. But the Constitution of La République du Cameroon says he is free to go anywhere, wherever he wants to go. If he has committed a crime, they should charge him, put him in a court of law, and try him. You cannot stop him not to leave the country. But again, that's the system Minister Issa Tchiroma they created. They say sometimes it's nice to have a taste of your own medicine. So it is nice for Mr. Issa Tchiroma to see what we have been going through. It is very important because at the end of the day, nothing lasts forever. There is something, as I say, I'm going to ramble today. I want to talk about my syllables. I studied something in history. Was it in first circle or second circle? I can't remember. European history. One of my best topic was what? French Revolution. So, Mr. Bia, they designed our syllables through the Minister of Education to teach us what they call French Revolution. In case you're a dictator, you're a despot, they told us how to overthrow a government in European history, French Revolution. So I want to see what really caused the French Revolution. And I see if it's similar to what is happening in the Cameroons today. Okay, here I go. I can remember 5 causes of French Revolution. Absolutism. Is there absolutism in Cameroon? Let me see. What is absolutism? Unrestricted government power, usually in the hands of one person. Is it true? Yes, we have it. In Cameroon, they say, high instruction from the president. We thank the president. Everything is the president. It's not the constitution. It's not the institution. In a democracy, you respect the institution, not the president. Who cares about the prime minister in this country? Nobody cares. We call you, you do something wrong, we say you're a liar. Who cares about the mayor of London? Nobody cares. You work for an institution, taxpayer, they pay you. But in the Cameroons, when something happened, the president have given money, presidential plan for reconstruction. So he's an absolute ruler, a dictator. So one of the reasons why they had a French Revolution, they removed the king. Is it Louis XIV? They killed the king. Why? He was an absolute ruler, a dictator. Powers were only in the hands of Louis XIV. So in the Cameroons, power is only in the hand of one man. Whether we cannot see him, is still Mr. Bia. Whether it's invisible, is still Mr. Bia. One man rules the country. Well, that's absolutism. He's there in power for eternity. Eternity. So absolutism, one of the reasons why we had the French Revolution, absolutism is in La République du Cameroon that have annexed British Southern Cameroon. Another problem again was what they call the estate system. That's the division of the society. In France, you have the first estate. It was made up of clergy, religious people. The second estate was made up of nobility. And the third estate was made up of commoners. Like people who they head them, buy them, sell them, then now we be commoners. Okay, in the Cameroons, you have similar things. You have those people up there, they call them elite or what, I don't know who elected them. You know, most of these people who have these powers, nobody elected them. They are afraid of election. Like in the United Kingdom, most ministers are elected. You have to become a member of parliament before they appoint you as a minister. Most of them. That's how it happens. But these our own people, our society in the Cameroons is divided just like it was in France during the French Revolution, the estate system. Some people will pay tax, some people will not pay tax. Some people have privilege, they have bond, free bond, they don't do anything. It's only the commoners who pay tax. So that's what was happening in France before the French Revolution. So we have these elites. Nobody elects you as an elite. We elect our own people here. And that's what we want in British Southern Cameroon. People will be elected. We don't appoint people. Governors will be elected. No appointment of minister. Before you become a minister, they must elect you as a member of parliament. We are not going to have National Assembly like in La République du Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, National Assembly was created in France to draft a constitution. So people have parliament. They don't have National Assembly, archaic institution. So you see, the society in France was divided with the estate system. I told you, first estate, second estate, third estate. Clergy, nobility, and commoners like myself, who people that hold the true head. So the society was divided. Then another point again during the causes of the French Revolution, I'm talking about it. You had food shortage, rise in prices. Do I need to tell you that there's rise in prices in the Cameroons? There is. Things are difficult. Gas have gone up. Food up. Everything to buy, even fish in Victoria, very expensive. Transport expensive. People travel from one village to another side is more expensive. So you see, there is the causes of French Revolution in the Cameroons. Another point 4, that inspired the people. I haven't seen myself so far in all that causes that I'm talking about. Is the American Revolution. The Americans, they were being controlled by France. They were colonized. So Britain wanted to assert greater control over the colonial affairs in America. They said, "Ngan, it's too much. We're not going to allow them this time." That's when they had the American War of Independence. So it inspired the people of France, just like what is happening in Ivory Coast today. President Alassane Ouattara won 4th term. It might inspire people in the Cameroons to go to the street. They say what is happening in Ivory Coast. This man Franco fools them. When I sit there, I don't see today Ivory Coast are more than us. You people have a right for a peaceful protest. It's there in your constitution. It's there in your law. If you're not happy that you cannot see Mr. Biya, you can go to the street and protest peacefully. But you people sit there. If most of you have dirty in your street, you have no electricity, no water, inflation, you sit there, you don't talk. All of you want to lead. Most of you, these Francophones. Because I used to think that we are Anglophones. You people are Francophones. I started calling you Francophones. Why? How can France be controlling you? You people are silent. So you are fools. You are more Franco fools than us Anglo fools. I used to think we were the only fools. So we have Franco fools who they will sit there. One person is running the country for 43 years. Then they will still take other Franco fools like Tchiroma, Bello Buba, people who are above 70 years old. They want them to rule us. They want to rule us. They think we are in diaspora. We are happy to be here. I came to this country to study. I was hoping to go back to my country in British Southern Cameroon. You go to the country, it's dirty. People have stolen my land. So there's no government. The government does not protect the citizens. I did not come to England to stay there for the rest of my life. I came here to study. I want to go back to my country. They call us diasporas. We live in Africa. You guys should have fixed our country so that we come back to a nice country. People go to Rwanda, Kigali, there is beautiful. I don't know any city in the Cameroons that is as clean and good and wonderful like Kigali. There's none. So if you go, I haven't lived in London for a long time. From where I live, there's tar in front of my road. By 6 o'clock, electricity is on my street. Even inside my corridor, it's safe for me to walk the street at night. You have public transport. I cannot even, maybe even poto. I don't see poto from my front door to going to the road. I don't see poto. But in the Cameroons, our people are suffering. We sit there and watch. So if you look at what is happening in the Ivory Coast, it can, inspire these Francophones. Because each time, ever since I was born, the only time I've seen my Francophones, they joined us was during our days in Guakele, when we had Parliament. We used to fight for other things. You have for multipartism, GCE board, Boya University and others. That's the only time we fought together with Francophones. But this time they sit there, they were beating students in Boya University, they were silent. They were beating lawyers in British Southern Cameroon, they were silent. They were beating teachers, they were silent. They arrested BBC Mancho Ngalim, they were silent. They arrested Seseseko and Co, they were silent. Then they said we should be together. They don't join us to protest. When we were protesting in London, there was no bus. Bus was not existing. But when they started bus, instead for them to come and join us who have been fighting to show that we are one, they created their bus now. Maurice Kamto notre president. Maurice Kamto notre president. You people are only looking about being president. When they are torturing our people, you have never moved and said they should stop using military on the people of British Southern Cameroon. You have never been in the street to say they should stop attacking our people. No country in the Western country, if they have problem like British Southern Cameroon, they don't use the military. They have police. You cannot be using military on your own cities. It doesn't matter. Why are the people of British Southern Cameroon fighting? Or most of you think you're supporting cheap, is it how you call it, chop people their money? All of us, nobody wants to be discriminated against if you read our constitution. It's not about whether it's Baminda or Boya. That's not the point. All of you know, as British Southern Cameroons, we are limited in the Cameroons. There are things, their position or whatever we cannot do. All we are asking them, two countries came together, my brothers from La République du Cameroun. Please, you have your ENAM, it's from France. It was based in 1945. ENS, is it 1794? Military Tribunal, is it 1793? From France, eh? All this thing I'm telling you. France CFA from France. The Napoleonic Code 18000 by Napoleon, civil code that you people are using, from France. Gendarmerie, is it 1791, created in France. All I'm saying, we came together. We have our own institution. Use your own institution in your own side, we use our own. Is it a crime? You take military, you're killing people. Some of those people who are kidnapping for ransom. If you want to fight crime, you have to fight crime and the causes of crime. Why are those people in those villages, whether you call them Amber, why are they doing it? I'm not saying it's right. When you fight crime, get me right, you fight the causes of crime. If you want to stop crime, if you want to stop kidnapping for ransom, if you want to stop all those things that they're harassing civilians, you look at what is the cause. For over 60 years, Aijo and Bia, you have abandoned those people. Those people in those villages, they don't have jobs. Maybe they are only farmers. People who grow up to 50 years, they are there farmers struggling. You have to benefit from a country. Why am I a citizen of a country if I cannot benefit from the country? Why am I a citizen? You must benefit. Everybody must benefit from a country. How do you benefit? If I walk the street now, my road right in front of my door is tarred. That's benefiting from a country. If in the evening there is light, street light in front of my door, that's benefiting from the country. I have my local library. I have about 6 local libraries around me. That's benefiting from the country. I have Queen Mary's Hospital behind me here. I can walk there. Hospital, that's benefiting from the country. In front of me, there's Kingston Hospital. Less than 5 minutes drive. That's benefiting from the country. About 10 minutes drive or less from me, you have Westminster and Chelsea Hospital there. It's not far from me. Just Fulham Football Club is there. You just go at the corner. You have near Chelsea Football Club. You have Westminster and Chelsea Hospital. That's number 3 hospital around me. You go again, 10 to 15 minutes drive, there's St. George's Teaching Hospital. That's benefiting from the country. So I'm surrounded by hospitals. Me alone. I'm talking the one year. I can go a little bit less than 20 minutes drive. There will be about 50 hospitals near where I live. So that's what I'm talking about. Then you have private hospital. I have a nice park beside me. I can walk 5 minutes. Richmond Park. It was created by, is it King Charles in the 17th century? A king is one of the biggest parks in Europe. You go there, you will see reindeers there. That's benefiting from a country. How do our people benefit? You have lived this guy. You only insult them that they are amber boy. Yes, I hate kidnapping for ransom. Yes, I hate them harassing our civilians. But if you want to fight crime, you fight crime, then you fight the causes. Why are these people causing this criminality? That's how they do it in England. That's how they do it in Western country. You don't only say you're a thief man. Why is this person a thief man? When you find out, oh, maybe he's suffering from this, then you solve the causes. Then you see that person will stop causing crime. So you don't just be insulting people. That's why I say most of you don't know how to govern a country. Here in UK, we have, in the prison, we have what they call prison law. Prisoners, they do have rights. There's something they call, Independent Monitor Board. It's a voluntary job twice. You can go to prisons, you can go to immigration center, you go independently to check that they are treating them well. You look if they are eating well. If they have any problem, you write a report. There's prison law. They have rights in prison. Is there prison law in the Cameroons? I don't know. Those are prisoners' rights. Because you're a prisoner, it doesn't mean you don't have rights. You have rights. You're still a citizen. So what is difficult for La République du Cameroon to say they are using their institution there? No, it's all because about France. Resources, oil, cotton, gold. You take your things and give it to foreigners. Ivory Coast produces 40% of cocoa in the whole world. If they can produce their chocolate in their country, they will be one of the richest countries in the world. But they put people like Alassane Ouattara, Paul Biya there, so that they should be taking their resources to this country. Is it difficult to make chocolate? One of my favorite chocolate in Cameroon when I was growing like a boy was Mambo chocolate. So what's difficult? Why can't you make chocolate and sell it to the West? So one of the causes of French Revolution was the American Revolution, the American War of Independence. Now it is hot for Ivory Coast. The last but not the least, that's where I belong. Who can guess? Enlightened ideas. Inspiration from the philosophers. I'm a philosopher. When they say reunification of Cameroon, Maître Alex de Velisigue, a philosopher, comes and say, no, you cannot reunify something that was not existing. You can only reunify something that was existing. Rio dos Cameroons was not a country, so you cannot reunify Cameroon, except you want to reunify a Portuguese slave sugar plantation. So that's where we come in. We have to be telling people the truth. We have to tell them that, look, there is nothing that binds La République du Cameroun and British Cameroon. They did not sign any union treaty like Scotland and England in 1707, more than 300 years ago. They signed something. We signed nothing. If you not sign marriage certificate, it means you're not married. Some mugu, some foolish people will say, oh, we have a constitution. Philosopher Maître Mola Alex de Velisigue, they tell you, say, constitution cannot bind you. Constitution are rules and regulation, fundamental principle to govern a country, the rights of a citizen, the system of a government, the form of a government. The Anglophone problem is not about the form of a government. So we have constitution, but nothing binds us together. They have tried to use reunification. Germany was run by Hitler. It was partition. Reunification after 1994 of Germany. Cameroon was never a country. There was no Cameroonian there as a president. It only became a country when Dr. Endeli became prime minister and Ahidjo became prime minister in La République du Cameroon. And I always remind my audience, a country does not need to be independent. Scotland is a country, is not independent. England is a country, is not independent. Wales is a country, is not independent. Northern Ireland is a country, is not independent. They are all in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope my rambling was good today. Have a wonderful weekend and spread this my message. Most of you watch my things, you don't like it, you don't subscribe. Most of you watch it. So subscribe, because one last thing, YouTube have been writing to me that there's nothing wrong with my video. It means people have been reporting it. All the last 5 videos, they wrote to me that my video is okay. My video is okay. So people are trying to report my videos. That's what I would have started with. In the next video, I will start talking about this. So people go and report my video. What do I talk about? I educate people. All my videos are educative. I'm telling you certain things. You can go and watch the videos. People have been trying to bring down my view, reporting, but YouTube have been sending me message. No, they investigate, keep on writing to me. I was saying, why are they writing to me? I went and checked now. They say if they do that, it means people are trying to report, so they should bring down your videos. Because my videos, La République du Cameroun is scared of my videos. I'm using the law. My videos are not unlawful. When I say the things about La République du Cameroun, I'm saying things about La République du Cameroun that their law permits me to say. So ladies and gentlemen, once more, this has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maître Mola Alex de Velisigue, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a wonderful day and a weekend. Ciao.
Qui vote pour celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Après le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux. Des vieux. Des jeunes nationaux de la Libye. Devenus des esclaves, les gens de la route du changer le pays avec